I feel like I'm in the Big Brother chair. Let me know in the comments if you remember Big Brother. I hope you guys are doing really well. I'm vlogging today, so I'm doing like a day in the life of a frugal person. So if you enjoy that kind of video, I love hanging out with you and just sharing like day-to-day money in action kind of thing. So I'll leave that video, that will be out on Sunday, and this one will be in the week, so I'll leave that in the description if you want to come and join us. So I'm going to be doing a video today all about sinking funds and what they are, why you need them, how to use them, and what mine are. So keep watching till the end because I'm going to be sharing with you guys what my sinking funds are for 2021. So I really hope this video is helpful. If you've ever heard of the word sinking or the term sinking fund, I actually call them savings pots. So I think sinking fund might have been coined by someone in particular, potentially Dave Ramsey. I'm not really sure. Like I've said before, I haven't actually watched his videos, which might seem crazy, but this is just all that I have done throughout my journey of financial literacy and education around finances, and I mold it to what I do and then try and help you guys do the same with your lifestyle, because it's personal finance. Everyone is different, everyone's got a different story, different savings goals. Some people might be in debt, some people might just love to save money, some people might love to spend money, and so there's all different reasons. So for me, sinking funds and saving pots, I'll refer to it throughout this video as sinking funds because I know you guys probably know that term a lot better, but for me, just to easily explain it, it is pots of money that you allocate throughout the year. We'll talk about the types of sinking funds soon, but that allow yourself to then, when you spend the money, to feel, you know, that is money there to be spent, and also it gives that money a purpose. It allows you to spend money on what is important to you and to save up for special things. And I've got a hair in my mouth. If you wanted like a wrapped up sentence, it's money set aside over a certain period of time to pay for something in particular, so a specific purchase, or that could be to pay off a long-term debt. It is a great budgeting tip, one of like the biggest budgeting tips I could tell you. It's just a stress-free way of saving for things or to get out of debt, and it gives you a really good feeling, and we'll talk about that a bit later on in the video about kind of the mindset around it and how it can really help you, hopefully. So let's give an example now of some traditional sinking funds that you may want to consider. So a wedding, that obviously is going to cost you thousands and thousands, and don't get swept up in the whole doing it for other people. It's your wedding. There's a video over on my channel which is how we saved £12,000 on our dream wedding, and we still had the most beautiful day, and then we took that money and went on a 6-month honeymoon around the world. It was just the most incredible thing we could have ever done, and we still had a fantastic day. So if you want heaps of tips around how to save for your wedding, maybe you're planning one, maybe you postponed it, maybe you're now thinking a bit differently about how you want your wedding to be after the whole last year debacle of everything and, you know, stress of everything being cancelled, have a look at that video and hopefully it will give you loads of different ways to save money on things. That's a really typical one to save for. Holidays is a major one as well to save for throughout the year, so that you can actually go and enjoy a lovely holiday and a rest and a break. Birthdays, Christmas is a really big one. Tax, if you're self-employed or you do self-assessment, you need to pay tax, or any taxes, car tax, car insurance. It could be a car payment, so you want to buy a car. It could be your car expenses. It could be a honeymoon. And it could be a house deposit. So there's so many different sinking funds, and it's not to say you'd only have one, you'd have a whole load of them. And like I said, I would be talking about my sinking funds at the end of this video. And actually it's going to depend on your age. So you may be 18 and you may have a college fund, or, you know, uni fund here in the UK, or a holiday with your friends. You may be a parent that's saving for your children's education or your retirement. It's fluid. You're not going to be doing the same thing every year. For us, it's changed throughout the years. So those are some examples of traditional ones, but as I said, this is personal finance, so it is different for everybody. So why would you need a sinking fund? Now for me, it is fun. It's really enjoyable to see those different savings pots add up, and then at the end of it you know that you have guilt-free spending because you've saved for that specific thing. It gives you enormous peace of mind, and we will be talking about how savings pots or sinking funds are different to your emergency fund or your savings later on, but it gives you that peace of mind to know that you've saved for something specific. It gives you a plan for your finances as well, which is really, really important, keeping you on track, and it stops you having to go into your emergency fund. Okay, so on to how you do your sinking funds. So I will jot down all of my things that I want to save for this year and then total them up, and then I would be prioritizing. So for example, we might want to prioritize a holiday over other things, so that will be my number one, and I'll put more money into that. But you'll also be able to, from this totaling up, understand exactly how much money you need to spend on each one or to save up for it. So that gives you that idea of every month which payments you're going to need to save up for each sinking fund, and which part's going to need more and which are going to need less. Obviously you may have a deadline, so you may be 3 months away from Christmas, so that needs to be high priority if that's something you want to save for, because obviously you aren't going to have a whole year to do that. So it's really dependent on your priorities and the deadlines and how much each one needs to be saved for. So a car would need to be important as well, because obviously if it's car expenses rather than a car to buy, you're going to need that, and that kind of almost falls into the emergency fund. But to take it out of your emergency fund is going to mean that you're going to have that regardless of an emergency fund, so that can then go on your boiler breaks or whatever. So that might be more important than your holiday, because you need to have that if you've got an unreliable car. Something like a wedding might be 2 years away, so you've got a lot longer, so you can maybe give a little bit less for that each month. I think this is such a great budgeting tip because it gives you that permission to buy those things, and it stops you from worrying about anything because you've got that money there, you've got it sorted, and it gives you that enormous sense of pride once you actually have saved for it and you enjoy it. You're enjoying, whatever, if you're on holiday, you're enjoying the fact that you've saved for that, you've been financially responsible, and you're off on your lovely holiday. This method gives your goals an actionable plan and a method to getting there. So it's really, really crystal clear exactly what you want to save for this year and exactly how you're going to get there, because you've got your payments, you've worked out how many months away each item is on your list and how long you're going to be able to save for to get to that point. Some things might be years in advance, like I said, but some things might be a little bit more urgent. As I said, there's a difference between savings and sinking funds. Savings are there for me to build my wealth and to grow on my money. So as I've said before, I'm doing a lot more investing now, and there are videos on my channel about my investments, how to invest, what I use, and as always there's a link in the description for a free share if you want to check out Trading 212, which is one of the platforms that I use now to build my wealth. So you can just click the link. Sometimes it doesn't work, you need to actually put the whole link into a browser, or there's a code as well that you can use. It's a little bit temperamental in terms of actually getting your free share. So you click the link, you set up a profile, you deposit £1 and it will give you a free share. It will give me a free share as well, and we will be able to take that, and if you want to keep it in there and grow that or take it out immediately. I got a Starbucks share the other day. I was so excited. It was like $75 or something. It's free money, so for £1. Although, as I always say, do your research, don't go into investing blind. But for me, my savings are to build on my wealth and to grow that, whereas my sinking fund is to actually pay for specific things, so it's not the same pot. And obviously sinking fund is different to emergency fund because the emergency is there for things that you aren't planning for. Your like I said, your boiler breaking, your husband loses their job or whatever. This is an emergency fund, so for things that you're not expecting. Sinking funds is for something that you know are coming up and that you can save for and plan for. And also sinking funds will change every year. They're not going to be the same funds every single year, because you may have bought your house and then you're on to converting it or renovating it or whatever, so it's always changing. And as I always talk about, being intentional and mindful about my spending is key for my growth and financial independence, because it gives your money intention, is a great way of keeping you on track. Okay, so on to my sinking funds. As I say, these are very personal, so make your own, but here are mine as an idea, and I actually have 9 sinking funds, saving pots, which I save for, and I save in a different kind of way. So I have some apps on my phone. So Plum, I'll leave a link for you in the description bar if you want to check Plum out. amazing app. It's a banking finance app, AI, it does it all for you. You can do roundups, so it'll take that money out. And you know, I look at it and there's £300 in there and I've not even noticed it's taken it from me. So I do recommend using that. And within that app, you can create your own saving pots, but I also do it within my banks as well. So my number one at the moment is a family holiday. And I did speak about this in a video at the beginning of last year. I think it's been so long, maybe in the summer, because we had a really rough year last year. Obviously everyone did, but personally as well, we had a really rough year. Obviously Stuart lost his mum at the beginning of this whole thing, which was crazy that it's been that long and that she wouldn't have even known what 2020 had happened. So, but yeah, lots of things going on. So we are going on the most, like, I'm so excited. I've never been on a holiday like this before, a resort holiday. We have never done it as a couple before, and I'm doing it guilt-free because we've been saving for it and we have been budgeting for it. And once we're there, every sip of that margarita, I'm gonna well up because I'm so excited, and I just hope that it goes ahead because it's in May and I just, yeah, can't think about it because just in case it doesn't go ahead. But we're saving for that, so we've budgeted, and yeah, that's coming up. So we've got a holiday, we've got our anniversary. It's our 10-year wedding anniversary this year, so it's a big one. I really wanted to renew our vows, but then I think something clicked in me when Stuart's parents, when his mum died and they were together 30 years, and I just thought, that's a big deal. Like 10 years is amazing, and obviously it's, you know, we're stronger than ever. It's been amazing to spend this much time and not want to kill each other, but I think 10 years, we're not going to renew our vows yet. Maybe 20, but yeah, we're going to do something really epic for that because it's just been a long time coming. And obviously when you have young children, you don't get to, you know, do those holidays. We did so much travel before the children came along, so we are happy that we haven't done anything on our own. But for 10 years we're going to do something very special. So I'm saving up for a new computer because mine is quite a few years old now, and obviously for my job I need a decent computer to be able to edit videos and create the content that I create. I'm also saving for a course I want to do on editing. We're saving for Stuart's car, to buy him a new car, and we're saving for the boy's birthday, which is in May. Obviously they had a lockdown birthday last year. I did a whole video on lockdown birthday ideas, which I can link for you if you want to watch it. And I saw last night it had like 24,000 views, which I was like, oh, I didn't even think it'd be that popular. I just thought I'd share what we did for them on a budget, indoors. So if you're looking for the same sorts of ideas, hopefully that will be helpful. We are also saving for Christmas. Every year's Christmas on our sinking funds. Obviously we're saving for a house still, but actually the things to go in the house, so that when we actually finally get our house, we can buy things that are a little bit bougie, a little bit over the top maybe. Just, I'm talking like, now this is one of my goals, and this may seem silly to you, but there is some hand soap and hand wash that I have just wanted for so long. And for me, it's like when we get in our house, our new house, I'm gonna buy this hand soap, and it's just gonna be one of those moments that I think we've done it, and I'm gonna cry whilst washing my hands. And I know that sounds silly, but that is why I can make this into my sinking fund, because, you know, there'll be furniture that we need to buy, there'll be walls that we need to paint, and that is where we have a sinking fund for the actual decorating of the new house and buying new things. And then finally, on the same kind of line as that, is treats. So for me, I still like nice things. I still want to spend money on nice things. I've done the hard work. I've done like almost 2-3 years of not buying anything. I've got pots to buy treats with. So top of my list at the moment is a Neom diffuser and the Neom oils. I love Neom as a brand, and I just would love to have the diffuser and feel like, yes, I've saved for this and I've earned it and I've bought it. Other treats include a date night when we're allowed out, and just not worrying about going out for a meal now and again because we've saved for it. Skincare, makeup, you know, I love my skincare makeup, and I do find ways of buying it more affordably, like Beauty Pie. I'll leave a link for you in the description if you want to try it free for a month. It's amazing and it's so affordable, like so affordable. And holiday clothes, so I want to buy new clothes for my holiday and not feel guilty about it. So yeah, I have got 9 different pots, and I save up for them throughout the year, and then it's guilt-free spending. So I think that's the main thing around it. It's knowing that you don't have to stress about things because you've forward planned it, knowing that you've got money there if you do want to go out and buy something nice for yourself. and just knowing that you're financially responsible and you can save for these things. So a key takeaway from this video then, if you haven't ever heard of sinking funds or if you just wanted a bit more information before you committed, first of all, start small. Don't try and do too much too soon. If you are worried about it not working for you, just save up for a takeaway at the weekend and then feel that great feeling of guilt-free spending. Start small. It helps with your financial responsibility, so you know that you've earned things and you've saved for it and that you don't need to worry about things. It is so less scary than one payment for your car insurance or one payment for buying a new car, because finding the money for that is hard. Whereas if you save it for a number of years and you've got the money there to pay for your wedding without having to go into debt, then it's just so much more responsible financially. It also really helps with your mindset. So you may have done a no spend challenge or year or month or whatever. And thank you, by the way, for all the lovely messages that I've inspired you to do this and save for your amazing things in your life. And it gives me so much joy. Like, nothing gives me more joy when it comes to my work than knowing I've helped you guys and that you've done something epic with it, or got out of debt, or bought a house. It's amazing. So for me, it's that mindset. So it's very difficult when you've not been spending money for ages to suddenly spend money. In fact, when I first came back from my no-buy year in 2019 and started spending in 2020, I didn't spend for weeks and weeks because I was like, no, I shouldn't spend. And I didn't need anything. I didn't want anything because I'd taught myself all these mindsets of, you know, waiting and being patient and not buying on impulse. It helps with that because I think it's healthy to spend money. It's healthy to buy yourself nice things, because otherwise what you're not enjoying your money, you're not enjoying your hard work. It's just about being intentional about it and being mindful about your spending. So for me, with the switching on that mindset of being able to spend, the way that sinking funds help me is that I know I've saved that for this specific thing. I can go out and buy a computer and not worry that I'm spending too much money. Oh, that's a lot of money, because I've saved specifically, I can't say it, specifically for that item. So I really hope this video has helped you guys. If you are also questioning whether to do sinking funds, do get in touch and let me know if you use them and what yours are. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I know this one's gone on a little bit, but you guys tell me that you like a long video, so here we go. This week we're going to be doing some more minimizing in my kitchen. We're going to be doing some more meals of the week with the air fryer and healthy, finding meals out of stuff that's in my fridge basically. And of course, last video was to spend the day with me. So I hope it's something that you'll enjoy here on my channel. Thank you for being here as always. Lots of love and take care.